Hey everyone, it's Jessica Mendoza. Welcome to the show.
From Oracle Park in San Francisco, the show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the San Francisco Giants. John Shambi, Chris Singleton with you. Biggest storyline coming into this one. He's riding quite the hitting streak, Singy.
Been seeing the ball so well, Boog. One of the toughest outs in the league right now. It'll be interesting to see how they pitch to him today.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And on the hill for the Giants, Landon Root. What do we have on him? All right, just about ready for baseball. Max Muncy at the dish. And that's how this series begins.
Sinker. Low outside.
Foul ball there.
Circle change. Middle outside.
One thing with Max Muncy, and it'll be interesting to see what he throws here. He hammers the fastball. On the ground. A sliding stop. Throw to first, and they get the out. Here's the reigning MVP, Shohei Ohtani. The Dodgers have plenty of MVP awards in their collection, but Ohtani is the first Dodger player to win multiple since the team moved to Los Angeles.
Yeah, that's right. Legendary catcher Roy Campanella won 3 MVPs with the Dodgers, but they were in Brooklyn at the time.
That's a ball. Just getting started here in San Francisco. Late on that fastball.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Got him swinging. Now it's Freddie Freeman. He always seems to have a smile on his face when we get a chance to talk with him, Chris. Lined into right. And that'll do it. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And taking the ball for the Dodgers, Blake Snell. What do you have on him, Chris? Jung-Hoo Lee now at the plate.
Right fielder, number 51, Jung-Hoo Lee.
Lee was tearing up the base paths in his last game with 3 steals. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Pulls it in on the run. 1 up, 1 down. Here's Rafael Devers.
First baseman, Rafael Devers.
Swing and a ground ball and foul ball. Check swing called strike. No balls, 2 strikes. And he grounds one to the right side. Throw to first in time. 2 down, base is empty. Elliot Ramos, the next to hit.
Really strong hitting performance recently. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. And that one is off the wall. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Batting fourth.
Here's the veteran outfielder, Harrison Bader.
Seems like he's making contact with everything lately. Chance to extend that hitting streak to 10 games here. Well, they're looking to get on the board first here after that clutch 2-out double made this inning interesting.
Swing and a ground ball out to short. Inning over. We move ahead to the top of the second now. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Kyle Tucker. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. Tucker, who's been an all-star and a Gold Glover. Fouled off. He was late. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Hey! No score here in the second. Foul ball. His home run numbers stand out, Chris. Nobody has hit more in his team. Stays alive. In the air, left field. That one gets down for a hit. And that's a 1-out single.
Well, those kind of lucky soft hits will always make you smile. Pitch was away, so he definitely pulled off it there. Not what you want to do with the pitch in that location, really, but he was able to guide it into the outfield for the knock.
Slapped hard the other way, but foul. Here's the 0-2. The shortstop takes the ball. Hernandez, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Got him. Mookie Betts down on strikes. Tommy Edman at the plate. In the dirt, the throw into second. There's the tag. They get him, and that's the inning. Bottom half of inning number 2, and digging in for San Francisco, Matt Chapman.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Chapman getting to start at the hot corner, a member of the 1,000 hit club. He's been on a terrific run at the plate, hitting over 350 in his last 10. And he'll challenge that called strike. Barely a hair out of the zone, but it was a ball. Still 2 challenges left for them. The wind to kick the 2-0. High fly ball, right field. Tucker on his way over. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's one away. Here comes Luis Arraez to the plate. If you're looking for contact, this is your guy.
Yeah, and if you're looking for batting titles, he's also your guy. Arraez is the first player in MLB history to win 3 straight with 3 different teams. The Twins, Marlins, and the Padres.
Willie Adames stands in. This one in the air, right field. Nice grab on the run. And that ends the inning. Back here in San Francisco, all set for the start of the inning. Tommy Edman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Edman working through some struggles lately. The 0-1. This one in the air, center field. And a quick out, number 1. Dalton rushing. Digs in now.
Low outside.
That's out to center field. Bader under it. And there's 2 down. Now batting Michael Ciani.
High outside.
Ball.
Sinker. Low middle.
A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Low inside.
Now one missed.
Sinker.
Top of the 3rd, no
Low
score.
outside.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
Low inside.
Got him swinging for the K. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Back here at Oracle Park and digging in for San Francisco, Christian Koss. First pitch just misses. Ripped on a line, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Round second, digging for 3rd. And he's got a leadoff triple.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one.
Out to short. Betts whips it to first. There for the out. Runner scores from 3rd. Jung-Hoo Lee, the next Giant to hit.
No hits yet for one of the hottest hitters in the league, Boog, but a lot of game left to extend that hitting streak.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. That one gets down for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Now pitching for the
Emmett
Dodgers.
Sheehan is forced to the mound after the injury.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And here is Devers. That one is absolutely belted. It bangs off the wall. Lee headed for the plate. He'll score easily. And they lead by 2. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it.
Here's Elliot Ramos. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Devers headed home. Here's the throw to the plate. Safe at home, and the runner scores from second. 3-0.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
On the ground to the left. Muncy tags the runner for 1, and no throw. He's into first easily. Matt Chapman up to the plate now. He's 0 for 1.
Ball 1.
Already 3 runs across in the frame here in the last half of the 3rd. Bader runs.
Hey.
Throw bounces, and he's in there safely with the stolen base. Late on that fastball.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat.
And ring him up, says Carl Dixon. That's a strikeout. On to the 4th. Now it's the Dodger leadoff hitter, Max Muncy. Roop back to work.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out.
Up next for the Dodgers.
Here's Ohtani. Struck out swinging his first time.
Ball.
Sinker. Low middle.
Called a strike. The pitch. A little out front there as he swings through it. Next
Ball.
pitch misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count.
Sinker. Low inside.
What a stop. Over to first. Nicely done for the out. 2 outs, base is empty. Next to the dish is Freddie. Hammered down the right side, but foul.
Circle change. Low middle.
And the 0-1.
Nope, that's down.
Sinker. Low outside.
Grounds 1 to short. Adames gets it to first, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Ready to go, bottom 4. And now it's the Giants DH, Luis Arias. Left field. Fair ball. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Well, as hot hitting continues, he's been getting great results lately. Just a bloop hit behind third right there, and that's a really tough play for a third baseman or shortstop to get to, and the same for the
That's
left
the ball.
fielder. So he just found a perfect place to drop that one in right there.
Close,
Ball
but
2.
called the ball. Ball 2.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Runner on the goal. Out to short. Betts. They get 1. Puts the tag on him, and it's a double play. Base is empty after the double play. Christian Koss, the next Giant to hit. Up the middle. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. And that's an infield single despite a great effort at shortstop.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. And now they've got some speed on first. So we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
At the plate, Patrick
Ball
Bailey.
1.
Throw to second.
Safe.
Save. Man on second, 2 down. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Here comes the throw. Not in time. He's safe as a run scores on the play.
Back-to-back base hits. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done.
And he's safe at
Hey.
first. Plays the plate, and they cut him down. And that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. We go to the top of the 5th. Now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Kyle Tucker. And first offering is fouled off. They've got a potent lineup. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list.
Sinker. Low inside. Curveball. Low inside.
The 1-2.
Curveball. Low inside.
What do you
Started
got?
after it. Appeal to third. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. And now Teoscar Hernandez. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Just
that's cool.
missed. So the Dodgers are going to have to try and come
Low inside.
from behind and try and get that offense going. Fought off foul.
Sinker.
The Dodgers down by 4, and we're at the top of the 5th. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Up next for the Dodgers.
Mookie Betts will make his way to the plate. His first at bat was a strikeout. There's a strike at the knees. Betts, multi-time All-Star, 33 years old. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
2 down, nobody on. And takes low for ball 1.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Just
Ball
missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Low outside. Sinker. Middle outside.
Just
three.
missed.
Sinker. Low middle.
Hanging in there. He's a tough at bat.
High outside.
Payoff pitch. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. The throw to first. 1, 2, 3. Go the Dodgers. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And digging in for San Francisco, Rafael Devers. Hard ground ball, base knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
And now, Elliot Ramos. That one back there, and that one is off the top of the wall. Throw comes in, runner stopped, second and third, nobody out.
Everything came together for him. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
Now, Harrison Bader.
As a pitcher, you don't want to throw him get-me-over fastballs just for strikes. You really need to command your pitches to this guy at the plate.
Out to short, bats up with it in plenty of time to first, and that is a big first out. Tanner Scott taking over on the mound.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but
Towards first. Out number 2, and another run comes in. Luis Ariz stands in. 1 for 2. To the right side, Edman. Throws to first. Inning over on the ground out. Took just 2 pitches to finish the frame out of the bullpen. Back here in San Francisco, all set for the top of the 6th. Tommy Edman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Right side. Devers takes it to the bag. 1 pitch and 1 out. Next up, the Dodgers catcher, Dalton Rushing. Outside low, and that's ball 1.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters, even if you give up a solo shot.
The Giants up big in this one, and we're the top half of the 6th. Swings through that one out in front that time. And there's a ball.
2.
Cutter. Middle inside.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
High inside.
That
No,
one to
foul
first,
ball.
and it
Sinker.
goes just
Low
foul.
outside.
The 2-2. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. 3rd foul ball in a row.
Chopper to second. Koss throws to first in time. 2 down, base is empty. Here's the center fielder, Michael Ciani. Ground ball to the right side, and that chance handled to first. 1, 2, 3 go the Dodgers. Bottom of the 6th, and digging in for San Francisco, Willie Adames.
Willie Adames.
This one in the air, right field. It falls in, and that's a hit. Now he'll turn for second. And he's going to get to second with nobody out.
Up next for the Giants.
Stepping in, Christian Koss. In the air, right field. That's a base hit. And they're at the corners with nobody out.
Up next for the Giants.
So they're at the corners now. The switch hitting catcher will come up to hit. Patrick Bailey. Swing and a drive, deep right field. And a foul ball. Out towards right center field. Ciani on the move to the gap. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. The relay to the plate. Catcher can hang on. It's 7-0. Back to the leadoff spot in the Giants lineup. And now the right fielder, Jung-Hoo Lee.
Well, one of our biggest storylines coming in was just how well he's been seeing the ball, Boog. Proving again today that he's a real difference maker for this team. Hit streak intact and then some.
The hard throwing righty out of Venezuela, Brustar Graterol, will take over. And it's Rafael Devers in the box. Ripped, and he can't glove it. It's by him. Runner in from third to extend their lead. It's an RBI single. It's 8-0. So a man at first. Here's the left fielder, Elliot Ramos. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out. Here's the center fielder, Harrison Bader. This ball's chopped on the ground, and that one handled on to first. Bader is out. They limit the damage here. Back here at Oracle Park, we go to the top of the 7th. Max Muncy steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in at bats. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one.
And that drops in for a strike.
Sinker. Middle outside.
Nice grab. Fires to first, and very nicely done for the out. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. That's in there. That's strike 1.
Ball 1.
Sinker. Low outside.
Nope, that's a ball.
Sinker. Low outside.
Line to second, snagged on the bounce. Slinging it to first in time. 2 outs, base is empty. So now it's Freddie Freeman. On the ground to third. Zips it to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. This game's a bit of a blowout, Singy. Let's talk about something random.
Let's do it.
Singy, were you superstitious as a player?
I'd say a little bit, and I wouldn't want to admit it, but I think, you know, you have a good game the next day. You're maybe thinking a little bit when you're putting.
Could be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And it's a leadoff double as they look to keep pulling away.
As a hitter, there's not a whole lot better of a feeling than a double into the gap. Right off the bat, you know you put a great swing on the baseball.
The rise. Can't hold up, and that's a strike. Ground ball right side. Edman throws to first in time. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Willie Adames. 1 for 3. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. In comes the runner from third. It's an RBI single, and they now lead by 9.
I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Runner takes off. Pitches low. Throw to second. Out of bounds. Safe. Shot into the gap, and that should bring in the run. Coming home. He will score, and it's a double-digit lead as they're up by 10. Safely into third. It's an RBI triple.
I'll tell you, when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that, I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter more than a bolt the other way.
That's to third. Fires across the diamond. Now 2 away as they get a run across. So digging in, Jung-Hoo Lee.
Well, Boog, yet another solid performance, all while keeping that hitting streak alive. What a run he's on right now.
Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. That is the inning. Back here in San Francisco, ready to begin the 8th. Kyle Tucker steps to the plate for the Dodgers. That's a base hit. And they have their first base runner since the 2nd inning.
Up next for the Dodgers.
Teoscar Hernandez will hit next.
No, that's down.
Base hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Up next for the Dodgers.
Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Betts. In the box now, takes strike 1. New arm for the Giants, Hayden Birdsong.
Big swing and miss stuff right here, Boog. Averaging more than 1 strikeout per inning this season. So far, he's been pretty electric.
The 0-1. And that one fouled off. That's outside. Ball 1.
4-seam fastball. High inside.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. First out in the top of the 8th. Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman.
And Boog, I'd say he's due.
This one popped up. Infield fly called there.
Batter's out.
2 aboard, 2 outs. Dalton rushing, getting ready to hit. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Line drive, that's a base hit. Here's Tucker on his way to the plate. And he's out.
Right there.
Cut down, and that ends the inning. Bottom of the 8th. And digging in for San Francisco, Rafael Devers. Ground ball up the middle. Slings to first. 1 pitch and 1 out. So up next, Elliot Ramos. And that one hammered. And a foul ball. Dreyer,
Ball 1.
in his 2nd season, he features a slider, a 4-seamer, and he occasionally uses a curve.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. It's a double and his 5th hit of the game.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
On the ground, and that's just foul. And it's second. Ball 1 there. He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. Can't get there, and that should bring in the run. And it'll be runners at second and third, only 1 away.
It's been a rough one for him so far at the plate, but that'll help. Pitch was on the outside, didn't go the other way with it, but still a nice job of using the big part of the field to find a hole. No way he hits it down.
Out towards right center field, Tucker moving under this one. And he makes the catch. Both runners tagging. Save!
No, he's
and they
in there.
add to their lead as the run scores from third. Next will be the Giants DH, Luis Arias. On the ground, right side. Edman sends it to first. That ends the inning. Back here at Oracle Park, all set to start the 9th in this one. Michael Ciani steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Out towards right center field. Bader gets under it. And there's one down. Back to the top of the order. Here's Max Muncy. That funky Muncy. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. Oh, great stop. Takes it himself, and he got him. Nicely done at first for the out. So last chance for the Dodgers. Here's Shohei Ohtani. 0 for 3 in this one. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the 9th. Swing and a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Up next for the Dodgers,
Here is Freddie Freeman. Quick toss to first, and he's back standing.
I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so you want to make sure that you can get some length on the secondary lead and perhaps score on a ball in the gap.
They're down to their final strike. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Well, with this 6th win in a row, all of a sudden you start to look around up and down the lineup, to your left, to your right as a player, and you say, you know what, we're good. We may have had some tough times earlier on, but this is a good team, and you start to expect this kind of play out of yourselves. We'll see if this translates into a longer winning streak than it is right now.
12-0 your final here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John